This might get unpleasant. Okay. Any luck with the sound? Okay. Any luck with the sound? Seems like it. Okay. Any luck with the sound? There we go. That's the problem. Turn that off. Okay, that would explain why people weren't sticking around. Now I'm feeling I'm going to wait around for people to show up again, though. All right. Hopefully that's better now. Hey, let's hear it. Okay, so that explains why nobody was sticking around, I think. Going for an hour and a half straight or whatever with just dead silence. Yeah, that's an enjoyable stream to be a part of. It's like, man, everybody's busy today. And then now, now I'm trying to recall what I talked about, if anything. I feel like I was trying to be chatty earlier. Let's here. That's what I get, I guess. Okay. So we believe we've solved the audio problems. So we'll just continue from where we were, I think. Yeah. Well, this is his hero shot, right? He's not going to, he's going to dehydrate and everything, try to cut weight for his hero shot. Yes, this is the big. We're continuing the feeling of just like shit's about to go down. It's still gonna be a while before it goes down, but you want those oh shit moments. Well, it's carrying over from the last page, right? So I mean, in the context of the comic, it hopefully won't be too confusing. Just because, I know I did kind of go with a different kind of shot that does, and I mean he's been kind of stripped of all of his Popo characteristics. but he's going to start getting them back here. Like all he's got is the headband, right? So a dude with no shirt and a headband is a little tough to differentiate from anybody else in the comic, really. So it's the weekend, man. It doesn't have to anymore. But this is, I mean, on this page, he's going to get his badge back, and he's going to work on getting some guns back. And by the end of the issue, it'll be the Popo we all know and love. Trying to do what I can here to make sure it doesn't quite look like Popo is just surrounded by vulva. I think after all the cross hatching, it'll be a lot less. You know, that'll be less where where my brain goes, I suppose. I kind of like that. Okay, that wasn't really an intended texture, but yeah, no, I dig that. Let's do that all over now. Uh-huh. Okay, I can see it. Again, once everything gets filled in, it's just, you know, I always set myself up with way too much cross hatching, particularly for these shots on the Clerg ships. But yeah, so I mean, he'll be largely like, you know, the background is going to be largely dark. So he'll stand out against it more. Try not to cross hatch over the headband tails, because, you know, they just got him out of this mess. So they're the real heroes. Let's do a little bit more of these lights, or I assume they're lights. Yeah, something tells me this one may not end up getting completed in one sitting. We'll see. Uh-huh. Everything should be greats. It should be all slowly transmuting into greats. And a grid starts showing up on Popo, and he's like, oh no, I've been infected. Come on. Interesting. Just kind of making up textures, but I kind of like this one better. This one's going. We'll see if this works. I'm not for sure. Might end up just being too dark and not really looking like anything. Not. Yeah, we'll see what turns out. The problem with not being an intricate penciler is it's always like, it's like, well, I don't know how this is going to look, so we're just going to have to wait until I've worked on it for 4 or 5 hours. And then if it sucks, we just kind of shrug and start over, I guess. Oh, I did that with page 6 already. We're just like, it'll probably work out. It'll probably work. And then you get to the end. No, didn't work. Like, well, back to square one. feel my eyes losing focus here a little bit. Come on. I was thinking like I should get some smelling salts. Yeah, I mean, I think worst comes to worst, it'll be mostly black, and then Popo will be there, and then you'll see the odd like white fleck in there, and which is which would be a drag, I suppose, but like as long as it doesn't look super muddy, I guess. It could end up looking super muddy. Yeah, we'll have to see. Okay. No real complaints yet. Let's see about, oh, what kind of tech was in here? Use some lighter pens on this one, I think, just to try and differentiate a bit. Well, that actually, no, that should be black, regardless. And I'm just smudging ink all over the place here now. It's the kind of thing where it's like, we have colorists for this. It's like, well, no, I don't, but I might eventually. But can we take that chance? I'm not sure what's even going on here. All right. Okay, so that's that panel. Again, after like 2 hours. So I think the rest of this should be fairly simplistic. We'll see. Yoink. Watch this end up being my first like 18-hour page. It's my first attempt at a circle panel here, so I think I used it appropriately, but we'll see, I suppose. Oh shit! I bumped the camera. My bad. Yeah, right. Just keep going, and I'm sure that'll mean the comic's good by the end of it. That's not a terrible idea. I do have another great page coming up towards the end of the comic. I don't think it'll be a panel as big as on the last one, but we'll see. I don't know if I was expecting that last one to be as all-encompassing as it was anyway. God damn it. I keep fucking bumping this thing. Let's see here. Gotta try and remember to keep Popo dramatically lit no matter what, which is something I've been having difficulty doing lately, just the remembering bit, which is something I talked about briefly earlier today, and I'm pretty sure nobody heard. Trying to do the too many lines close up kind of thing. It's tough to do. I mean, like, there's only so many, and then it's just like, okay, now you're just making shit up. But you get that space, you got to fill that real estate. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, kind of the same, really. Okay. Well, it's probably enough lines for the panel anyway. How does it actually look? I mean, not too bad, I think. Yeah, yeah, it's all right. Oh, did it freeze? Why is it frozen?